We're really thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. I'm Chris, this is Jorok, and we're the founders of Crate, your elastic data store. We revolutionized the way how you can build scalable backends. If you build a mobile or web app, then you know this setup. You have this single node database in the back, and if you're really successful, this gets really big, and sometimes it also comes down. That's why the future of databases is distributed. It's really the only way how you can build a scalable, reliable backend, just as the big successful web-scale companies do it. But building that today, even today, is really hard. You have to combine a lot of different technologies, like a relational DB. You have your unstructured data, so you add a document DB. For your images and videos, you add a blob store, and then you nail a search engine on top. It's not only difficult to combine these things and keep them running. When you then scale from millions to billions of records, the hard stuff comes. Syncing, how to shard, scaling turns out to be more difficult than you thought, and replication issues keep you awake at night. We know that. In our previous companies, we have built Germany's Facebook and YouTube, one of the largest websites of Germany, and in Europe, actually. We delivered enterprise-grade applications to mobile network operators, but also Skype and Yahoo. So for all you guys out there with these mountains of big data, we brought Crate, your elastic data store. It gives you real-time SQL in a distributed environment, and unless most of the competition in a modern architecture which makes it extremely simple to install, run, and program. It gives you everything that you need to run a scalable backend. It comes with the most important drivers for programming languages. But let's have a look at Jorok and switch to him for a quick demo.
Hi. Setting up a distributed system, all of you know there is no piece of cake. But I'll show you how to do this with Crate, which is much easier. First of all, let's launch 12 instances for this demo on Google Compute Engine. OK, here they are. Now I'm going to use Docker to download the latest Crate image, start the daemons there. While they are spawning, let's look at the admin UI. It shows all the nodes that are connected to the cluster. Here's the first one, and the rest just joined. For sake of time, we compress this video, but it takes less than 1 minute in real time. So you don't want to run on the cloud? No problem. You just install Crate on-premise, or even on consumer-grade PCs, like this Intel NUCs. We use them to build our Alpine cluster. It's an 8-node cluster, fully functional, and you see here the admin UI. Those of you running a 24/7 business, they might ask, what happens if a node goes down? You know, weird things happens in data centers. But the best thing is, Crate doesn't care. It detects a missing node, removes it from the cluster, and immediately starts a self-healing process. It's recreating the missing shards, and the best thing is, during that time, all the clients can access the data. They even won't notice that the node goes down. And soon later, the system is back to health again. So let's look at the real-world application. You know Apple's Health app, and it includes a step tracker that is continuously monitoring your steps. So let's say we have 5,000 users that do about 7,000 steps a day. Holy, in 1 year, that's 12.7 billion records. Going forward, all of the developers will be confronted with that amount of data. So we've preloaded the sample data into our cluster. It has 2 tables, users and steps. Now I use the built-in console to query the data, to see how many records we have in there. That was an easy query. Let's look at something more difficult. So I'm creating a histogram of the steps our user did once a day over an entire year. We can do this in 30 milliseconds. That's just a fraction of traditional systems. Thank you. Back to the slides, and Chris, please.
So this is the old world. You have this big central database, and Crate makes those obsolete. Actually, you can now install your database on each application server. And this allows you to, with this elastic data store, to scale just with the success of your application. In the past months, we have tested and piloted Crate with developers around the world. Just to give you an idea, Internet of Things startups that store time series data, telcos that consolidate their warehouses sources into a real-time store, in advertising, do a real-time analytics, or replacing big MySQL backends for web-scale companies. We're an open source software, and on top we sell enterprise licenses. Crate is available for download now. Just go there and start your own cluster in less than a minute. But also we invite anybody who really signs up today to get an onboarding session with our CTO and chief architects to get the perfect fit for your use case. We are Crate. We're on a mission to bring distributed SQL backends in the hand of every developer. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.